Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. My name is Kevin Reddy. I am a lead client strategy manager at Attentive, and I am here with my client LensDirect to discuss optimizing list growth to convert their website visitors into SMS contacts. And here to talk with me today is Ryan Alovis. He is the CEO of LensDirect. Ryan, would you mind introducing yourself and talking to us a little bit about LensDirect?
Love to. Well, first of all, Kevin, Attentive, and the rest of the crew, thank you so much for including us on this Beyond the Message talk. Happy to share more about LensDirect and all the success we've had with you guys. But a little context on us as a company. LensDirect, we are an online retailer in the vision care sector. We've been in business for about 30 years now. We're a family-run company, and the thesis of LensDirect is always to treat the customers as family as well. We carry really every facet of the vision experience. So whether you're looking for name brand contact lenses, or you're looking for eyeglasses or sunglasses, or you're looking to replace the lenses on your existing frames, we do it all. Service is really at the core of everything we touch and everything we believe in. And Attentive has really helped us move the ball forward. So I'm excited to do this talk with you guys and share the success we've had with this amazing company.
So Ryan, if you could maybe take us through a little bit of the challenge that you are facing around just trying to get more of those SMS subscribers and sort of what we did to get it improved.
Yeah, so it's no surprise. The vision care space is wildly competitive. You've got online retailers, you've got offline retailers. And when you say offline retailers, that doesn't just mean the big box retailers of the world. I mean, every Main Street optical shop in the United States or wherever it is. So for LensDirect, we need to do whatever we can to really position ourselves for success. Every channel and every communication effort is methodically decided and chosen. We need to make it simple and easy, and we need to make sure that we capture the attention of our shoppers. So, what we were looking for with Attentive was, one, we wanted to make sure that anybody that came to the website and chose add to cart and they left, we wanted to make sure that we were going to be able to really stay on top of them, really make sure that we're going to be there when they end up changing their mind or making that purchase decision. The second facet of that is really going to be people that made it really to the end of the checkout process or any component of the checkout process. And we wanted to make sure that we were going to be well positioned to make sure that customer, even though they didn't buy at that moment, that we were going to provide them with the right coupon and the right offer to make that decision later on. So what we were looking for when it came to choosing the right SMS partner, and we looked through many different partners, ultimately, as you can guess, we landed on Attentive. And LensDirect, we're committed to giving the best price on all vision care products, the best service, best experience. But when it came to this decision, we were looking for the company that allowed us to increase our conversions, drive incremental sales, and really take this SMS initiative and explode it, which would really result in list growth. So it was all about sales. It was all about nurture. It was all about list growth. And it was really all about keeping and capturing that customer so they could become a real customer of ours over time.
Great. Yeah, and specific to the exit intent, when we first released this feature, I was working with your team and brought it up to them, and they love trying new features. So we set it up right away. And just to give a little background on how it works is if you have a browser on a desktop and they move their mouse up towards the close button or towards the URL bar, we're going to serve this creative pop-up again to encourage somebody to sign up. Same on mobile. If you're scrolling down on your phone, and then all of a sudden you scroll up quickly because you want to close that window, we're going to serve the pop-up there. Yep. So, ideally getting them when we know they're going to leave, but they're specifically on checkout and cart because that's when we really want to get them converted. So, if you could maybe a little bit talk about sort of, the impacts that you saw when we brought on that exit intent and, how it worked both for SMS opt-ins and cart conversions.
Yeah, so LensDirect, it was almost right out of the gate with Attentive. It was significant success. We were seeing conversions that we we really had not anticipated, and it far surpassed our email initiatives. for us as a company, we wanted to be aggressive with our offer. We knew that there was a lot at stake here, and we wanted to make sure that this was successful, obviously for the customer, but also internally for our stakeholders. So, we pushed that super aggressive offer with the pop-up when you would arrive at the website, and also with the exit intent. So, for us, we didn't want to make it a question mark. We wanted to make it almost an exclamation mark when these customers or potential customers came to the website. I would say immediately we saw a lift, and over the course of the past year that we've been, a proud client of Attentive, our business has seen a dramatic shift and change, just purely from the SMS strategies that we've implemented with you guys.
Right. I love it. And, shoppers, obviously, if they already have something in their cart, they're obviously more engaged. So they already have a higher purchase intent. So, getting this implemented at a critical touch point like this and having that significant discount really, I think, helps drive, both the purchases and the contacts.
You're spot on. I just would, want to reemphasize the significance of the offer. So whoever's watching this, first of all, thanks for watching. And then second of all, if you're going to do this, don't go, halfway into it. You really got to push it, and you got to make sure that you're super proud and you're super excited of this offer. And believe me, if you go at it with, a little bit of that tenacious approach, you will succeed with Attentive. But it's not just the offer, and I'll tell you this much: there's a lot of support on the Attentive side for strategy and onboarding and implementation. The worst thing you could do is sign up with a company that you're excited about, and you give something a shot, and they hand you something and they say good luck. It won't work. And I can really tell you that with Attentive, it was so far from that. It was full support from start to now, and that's really why they are the best at what they do.
Ryan, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome.
I really appreciate that. And kind of back to this piece, what this ideally does is eliminates ever having to do cart abandonment messaging, because they haven't abandoned. Let's get them before they abandon. So we're not having to send them SMS and text for the cart abandonment and hope they come back. Let's get them before they leave. And just from, the actual implementation, creating these are super easy. All you have to do is take your existing sign up, you copy it, change the text a little bit to, instead of save up to before you go. So, sort of language around don't leave just yet. And setting up a rule for this to display at exit intent. And then we set this up to only set up on cart and checkout. I set up mobile and desktop for you guys in this in probably about 5 minutes. So easy.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. We have the welcome journeys associated with the exit intent. Your guys' are a little bit more creative, kind of using all of our functionality. If you could maybe take us through a little bit on these flows.
Yeah, absolutely. So, when we really wanted to build this relationship Attentive, we use their signature 2-tap flow. And, if you ask anyone on the marketing team, they'll say that 2-tap flow, that super special technology that you guys have created has made such a massive difference. So we have the 2-tap sign up flow, which shows up immediately. And then we're going to hit them with a message, and then they're going to put their information. So we text them. We do personalize these messages to the customer or the potential customer. So once we add the personalization, we're going to include 2 separate discount codes, and they can apply to anything they want. So, whether it's contact lenses, whether it's eyeglasses, sunglasses, lens replacement, they're able to really take that and run with it fairly quickly. The goal, I would say, with Attentive is, from the moment that the potential customer or the visitor, will call them, enters their information, that 2-tap sign up flow is critical, because you're not just going to send them an immediate personalized offer. You're going to also add them immediately as a contact, and so on begins that dialogue, that communication. I'll tell you that from an SMS perspective versus email, the level of conversion is significantly higher. It's stronger. Open rate is significantly higher. It just feels a much easier and much more personal process when you get it on your phone via text. It kind of, the way that I always felt about SMS, and now that, we're actually really pushing it and being super aggressive with it, A, we're going all in on SMS, but B, there's this there's this component we believe with SMS where it sort of humanizes the company. And, we're all fighting for these email spots and to get there at 8 in the morning and 7:30. SMS isn't like that. It's much more one-to-one. It feels like it's a little warmer. And all of that has made the difference. So, not to totally go off the track, but you could see our strategy on the screen. We don't hide anything. You could look through it all. And, Kev, I don't know if you want to add to any of the points that I've given, but what we're doing works.
Yeah. And one thing I love that you guys do that does help with that personalization is the contact cards. So that's when you send over somebody, add us to your contacts. And once they do, then whenever you're texting them, they're going to see your name, your logo, and it just really personalizes things versus that, short code phone number. Instead, every time we were texting me, where I'm saying,
totally.
If I want to get some information about you, I could click into there, get your URL, maybe you have a customer support number in there. So I do think it kind of personalizes the brand nicely.
It does. I would almost go a step further, Kev. I think it humanizes the brand, right? I mean, we're all trying to be less robotic. I mean, no one wants to be robotic in 2021, and I think this is a really overlooked sort of benefit of SMS is the way that it humanizes companies and corporations.
Right. Yep. And on the desktop side, it's a similar flow where you do have to do the reply Y because we're on desktop. But the other point I like to make here is all these welcome flows are the same as your standard welcome flow. So there's no extra work in creating anything else. We just associate these with, get your legal message, get your coupon, and then get the contact card. So once again, easy to set up and go with. So
totally.
Let's get into the results. So could you talk to us a little bit about what you guys saw out of this?
Yeah. So, we've been an Attentive partner, customer, client, BFF for a year now. The results have been fantastic. We saw just from the exit intent, we were able to see a 20% lift in total revenue just from adding that exit intent SMS pop. So that had a material impact on the business. I mean, it certainly dazzled everyone at the company, and it reinforced our love affair with SMS. Also, I mean, just the sheer quality of the people subscribing, it was converting at some points, and I think it's even better now than when you guys even put this together. It was converting at 89% higher than the other visitors or other potential customers that were coming to LensDirect. So we saw a lift in revenue. We saw the type of customer was significantly higher from a quality perspective, I think, as well from an average order size perspective. So all around, it's just been a complete win for us.
Right. Love it. And, granted, this is only a smaller subset of customers are going to see these. They're higher intent. So, and they also convert a lot faster. We did some math on your environment, and we found that 66% faster conversion than your average subscriber. So, the other piece of this is obviously the exit intent did convert higher than the normal one. So if you were the first to reply with that, we'll be contacting you and you'll be getting a gift card. So, all right. You beyond the exit intent though, you guys do some creative stuff, I think, for your signups and to get conversions. Can you talk to us a little bit about what we have laid out here?
Yeah. So, our goal is always to create as many different opportunities for a visitor to become a customer, plain and simple. And that's going to be with everything from SMS to email, you name it. So, the goal with us is that if a customer were to really X out of that initial pop-up and that initial offer, we're going to make sure that we're not just saying goodbye to them. And Attentive makes sure that's not the case either. Bottom left of the screen, we're going to stay there. And we're going to make sure that we keep reminding that visitor that even though they X'd out of that pop-up, that initial show, that 25% offer is still there. And that makes a massive difference. And by the way, from a desktop perspective, it looks good. From a mobile perspective, it looks really great. And it's our evergreen offer. It's our standard approach. So don't think for a second if you sign up with Attentive and you lose that initial pop-up or the exit intent and they keep Xing it out. It's not like that. They are fully, that offer is sticky, bottom left, and it's always visible and always there for the customer to lean back into.
Right. And if you want to even edited a little bit more. We also have display rules now where you can display our pop-ups from showing up for X amount of seconds or
Yep.
X amount of scrolling, like 25, 50, 75% of scrolling through your homepage, that's when they'll then get the pop-up. So a lot of different ways we can kind of work on this. One other thing I love that you guys do is everyone comes to Attentive with a big email list. And why not cross promote those folks to get them into the SMS channel? And you guys have done this pretty aggressively. Could you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, so we embed the SMS strategy wherever we can. It's actually funny that we actually look to leverage email to push up our SMS subscribers, which says everything about this entire conversation. But yeah, I mean, we are utilizing it. When you get an email from us, from LensDirect, we're going to push the SMS offer to sign up and enter your number so we can start really bringing you into our SMS ecosystem. And yeah, I mean, that's a huge focus of ours. I believe we even have it in different places. We have it if you go to our Instagram and you click on our link tree, it's going to be there. We've done offers or post even on our social channels to sign up with our SMS journey and our SMS solution. So, wherever we can, we're going to really make sure that we're pushing SMS because it is the driving force for today and what we believe, tomorrow as well.
Right. And, those landing pages, once again, something easy we can create for for our clients, and they're sort of evergreen. You can just promote them out wherever and whenever you need to. So, one other real interesting thing I think you guys have done is playing around with different discount rates around certain events and seeing what kind of results you've gotten to. Would you mind taking us through this?
Yeah, I'm happy to. You'd win if you just put, the strategy in place with Attentive. You would win. But how you really win is being smart about it. So, I'm very lucky to be working with such an incredible team at LensDirect that really drive the marketing. And obviously with Attentive's technology and support, we're able to get it done. But you got to really go the extra mile. And that's going to mean, whether it's Black Friday or, whether it's back to school, whatever the case may be, you really want to make sure that you're optimizing the pop-ups and the different creatives to reflect that time of year, right? And it will help. It makes a huge difference. I mean, you can see right here what we see on a regular idle day versus when we were able to really push an aggressive offer around Cyber Week. I mean, you're looking at it right here. We went from a 16% click-through rate to a 23.2% click-through rate. We went from a 9.2% conversion to a 12.3% conversion. So, it would really behoove you as the retailer, the online merchant, not to sort of dial up and optimize those creatives. I mean, it'd be one thing if you needed to hire a whole creative team to kind of, structure all these things and make all these things. You don't. And Attentive is going to really do all this for you. You just have to be able to say, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. I think you hit a lot of these, but any key takeaways you want to call out here at the end?
Well, the key takeaway is I'm pretty sure in my office, someone is building a house upstairs because it sounds either like a woodpecker's up there or they're hammering away. But key takeaways for us is, I really, really want to drive home that 20% lift in revenue. You can't ignore it. It is so unbelievable. Another second play and, I talk through it, but the quality of that visitor is so drastically different when compared to other visitors through other different capturing strategies. That 89% lift in just the sheer quality is massive. Conversion rate, we didn't really talk through email conversion rate through SMS conversion rate, but I'm telling you, we would see some days 15, 20, 25+% lift in just pure conversion rates. Find me an email list where you're going to really be able to drive that level of conversion. I would be shocked. And the speed and the sheer velocity of you're going to get from Attentive with support. So, I'll just kind of hit it again. You're going to make more money. You're going to have better customers. You have the best support, and they're going to do everything they can for you to be super successful. It's turnkey, guys. So, I don't know what you're waiting for, honestly.
I want to thank you, Ryan, for joining us, being just a terrific partner and great to work with. And I want to thank all of you for joining us virtually.